The more we have explored the universe, the more we have realized how enormous it is. Considering the giant size of our universe, it is a fair assumption that life just like ours or even a more advanced civilization might exist on other planets. Scientists have discovered more than 50 planets, which share a lot of resemblance with Earth. It means that alien life is not just a fantasy or a conspiracy theory anymore, but rather a plausible reality. It must be mentioned that when we are talking about aliens, it means intelligent extraterrestrial life. While the microorganisms on the far-flung planets can also be categorized as alien, it is not what we refer to when we use the term alien. So now that we know that there is a decent chance of the existence of aliens, several scientists have started to look for the clues they might have left for us in deep space. Several systematic research programs headed by respected and renowned scientists have been launched to study UFOs and the composition of planets to understand whether life can exist on them. However, the interest of this particular video is in a discipline that deals with communication with extraterrestrial beings known as search for extraterrestrial intelligence. Such programs are based on the idea that if an alien life exists, and it is at least as civilized as ours, it must have tried to contact other civilizations in the universe. So different programs have been established, and one might have made a key discovery. Whether and how alien civilizations have tried to leave us clues in deep space, and does the existence of alien life pose any threat to humanity? Let's find out in this video. A common bias that comes into play while proposing theories about the alien is the assumption that if alien life exists, it should have some resemblance with humanity. Thus, our research, for the most part, remains focused on detecting the means of communication that we have developed over the years. A classic example of it is the monitoring of electromagnetic waves for the signs of transmissions from civilizations on other planets. However, so far we have not identified or discovered anything by going down this route. Despite sophisticated programs like Breakthrough Listen, scientists have not discovered any electromagnetic signals left by alien life. It is not to say that we should halt these programs altogether because the aliens might share communication means as ours. It is just that scientists should take some unorthodox routes to detect alien communication alongside the traditional ones. There is a decent chance that some alien civilizations are more advanced than ours, and they do not rely on the technology we use and have instead mastered some new communication techniques. A physicist named Terry Rudolph has gone down an unorthodox route and has postulated a theory. According to him, it is likely that some advanced civilizations have mastered manipulating the light coming off the stars and using it to communicate with each other. In a paper titled "Perhaps They Are Everywhere," Rudolph theorized how undetectable distributed quantum computation and communication could be established via thermal light from stars. In his paper, Rudolph explained how light could be manipulated using very complex mathematics. Let us explain his theory in simple words without going into flummoxing details. You see, the light we see is made up of small particles known as photons. Based on the frequencies and wavelengths of photons, they are divided into different categories: microwaves, radio waves, ultraviolet light, X-rays, and gamma rays. Each of these photons exhibits a different color based on its wavelength, and a combination of these photons can travel large distances in the universe. Rudolph has proposed that some alien civilizations have mastered manipulating entangled photons from different stars to transmit different messages. Think of it as a smoke signal, but on a much bigger and more sophisticated scale. You can also imagine being the starlight version of Morse code. If we go by the Rudolph theory, it means every time we see a star blinking in the sky, it could be aliens communicating with each other or trying to send us a message. Rudolph's paper is yet to be peer-reviewed, but as per the experts, there is not much wrong with its mathematics. He has not suggested that aliens are communicating using stars as an intergalactic WhatsApp, but rather that it could be a mode of transmission. As to why aliens will resort to such a seemingly unconventional and highly sophisticated means of communication, Rudolph suggests that it could be to prevent others from detecting it. In simple words, it means that if aliens are using starlights to communicate, it is not designed to communicate with other intelligent life, but rather to keep them undetected. Much like Enigma, which the Germans designed during World War II, this communication could be only intended for the ones who have developed it. And if that is the case, it might take us decades or even centuries to learn to decipher it. That said, another bigger question is whether such an intelligent life can even exist in the universe. It can be explained by an equation developed by renowned physicist Frank Drake. Drake came up with an equation to estimate the number of intelligent civilizations situated within the Milky Way galaxy. The letter N is the number of civilizations we can communicate with. R represents the rate of star formation. FPU accounts fraction of stars that have planets. N stands for the number of planets that can support life per star with planets. And L represents the length of time that civilization can communicate. The other three fractions in the equation represent life-supporting planets that develop life, planets where life develops intelligence, and intelligent civilizations that develop communication that can be transmitted in space. By putting the widely accepted figures into the equation, it can be shortened to N equals L/10. Using this equation, if humanity ceases to exist in 2074, there will be at least 10 civilizations in just the Milky Way. Drake's equation is the continuation of Fermi's paradox, which expresses the conflict between the probability of intelligent extraterrestrial life and the lack of its evidence. Simply put, it states that if alien life exists, it should have left some sign of communication or an artifact that could provide concrete evidence of its existence. However, until now, humanity has found no conclusive evidence of the existence of extraterrestrial intelligent life. While Drake's equation can give an estimate of the number of extraterrestrial civilizations, the estimates cannot be quoted as 100% true. It's mainly because little to no information is available on variables such as fractions of suitable planets where organic life appears, fractions of habitable planets wherein intelligent life appears, and fractions of civilizations that have reached a technological level to send detectable signals in space. Proponents of alien life have tried to solve Fermi's paradox through several theories. Some argue that while extraterrestrial intelligent aliens exist, their civilization only lives for a short time. It is based on the idea that, like us humans, other civilizations might also have developed sophisticated technologies to transmit detectable signals in space, but alongside, they must have developed a means for their own destruction, much like our nuclear weapons. So by the time it reaches a highly advanced technological level, it destroys itself, and hence the technological evolution of such civilization is very short-lived. Another theory is that extraterrestrial civilizations that are as intelligent as humans are quite rare and scattered far from each other in the Milky Way, that we cannot reach others without finding a mode of travel fast enough that is comparable to the speed of light. However, another theory that is relevant to Rodolph's proposal is that we have yet to figure out a way to interpret messages sent to us by alien civilizations. It assumes that humanity has not reached a point where it can interpret all forms of communication in space. We have not seen or detected alien communication because we have been searching for them in the wrong direction with the wrong techniques. If that is the case, Rodolph's proposition provides an alternative that can be explored. It will take us decades or quite possibly centuries to decipher alien communication via starlight, but at least this new theory has provided an alternative path. Whether aliens exist is a question that remains a mystery until we find conclusive evidence. Let's see how far the new technologies and new ideas take us in our search for our cousin species. In the words of Stephen Hawking, I believe alien life is quite common in the universe, although intelligent life is less so. Some say it has yet to appear on planet Earth. That is it for this video. We hope it was a fun ride. Stay connected with us to learn more about space and everything related to it. As always, we will see you at the next one.